can talk bad about the newer generations just because they do things differently or they see things differently. Remember, all of us, were the new generation to the generation before us. So, okay, so I'm rambling out here in an empty field, listening to the cows moo, and listening to the rodeo about a mile away. And I needed this time to communicate. I think that once again, going back to the help, um, I don't talk to very many people. I talk to my mom, but we can only talk about certain things. So, and a lot of you may attest to this. You know that you can't always have a certain conversation with this person over here because they either see things totally different, or they don't want to hear about it, or they have no interest. And that's fine. That's their prerogative. But you have a really good conversation partner over here. It can be your wife, it could be your girlfriend, it could be your best friend, it could be the person at the grocery store, it could be the person that mows your lawn, whatever. But you have that certain connection about a certain topic with that person. And I don't have that right now. And I miss that. I miss that a lot because as much of a loner that I am, trust me, I do miss those long, good conversations with people about multiple subjects. It could be anything. It could be about food, it could be about gardening, it could be about history, even a little bit about politics. But I generally don't want to engage too much in politics because we all have our points of view, and it's very unlikely that you're going to change somebody's point of view. You might enlighten them a little bit, but they have to change their view by themselves. They have to either experience it themselves. You have to walk in their shoes. They have to walk in your shoes. Everybody's got to pretty much take their shoes off, trade the shoes off with everybody else, anticipate that you're going to get a toe fungus from one of these pair of shoes, but everybody's got to walk in everybody else's shoes for a moment. Or you know what? Actually, I was going to say take your shoes off and walk barefoot, but I'll tell you what, I never walk barefoot because I don't really care for fungus on my feet. And so my feet rarely touch the ground, ever. All right, so what did you get from this? If you've gotten to this point and you've actually heard or felt what I'm saying, then that's good, because that probably means we share a connection of some sort. If you stopped probably you're not going to listen to this, but if you stopped at the first 30 seconds or 15 seconds, that's fine. You know, you're too busy, you have your own things going on, or we didn't connect, and that's fine, because we're not going to connect with everybody. I can't imagine that 430 Facebook friends am I going to connect with. First of all, the algorithm for Facebook isn't going to allow that, and two, we are diverse people. We have diverse ways of thinking. We have diverse ways of seeing things, and so that's just not going to happen. But I hope that for the ones out there that are struggling, that are really having some problems, like really deep problems, like they're really hurting actually, you know, at any time you can pick up the phone, you can call me, you can send me a message, and just ask, and I'll talk to you for a while. If I can, I'll do what I can to make something happen so that you're not alone, or that you don't feel like you're alone, or something, you know. And sometimes that might just be a recording, that might just be a video. I make a lot of videos, you know. I don't make my videos just for my own entertainment. I make my videos because I know that there's people out there that might see a photograph and they're like, wow, man, that looks really peaceful, or that looks so simple. You know, our lives have gotten so complicated, and they're not. They shouldn't be. They don't need to be. As I take pictures of the Adobe homes, which is one of the things I'm fascinated with. Of course, I am relating my Adobe home videos and pictures with another of my design works that I do, and that is that I design stuff related to tiny homes. Now, I'm not an architect. I can't do that, but I can lay out a home. I have ideas, and I can lay them out on different applications that I have, apps that I have, and I can draw and I can print and stuff like that. But not only that, but I'm not talking about that design. I'm talking about the people that have those same interests, if you want to have a t-shirt that says, hey man, and don't steal this from me because I believe this is mine here, this next one. I have this saying that says, uh, I love small huts and I cannot lie. You know, from the big, I love big butts, but I cannot lie. You know, I love small huts, but I cannot lie. Because an adobe hut, well, I don't have to explain this. I hate having to explain too much shit to you. But, so that's one of my design things. So, and that's one of my deep interests. So things that I love, I want to offer to other people that share that love, that passion. So those are my Adobe Home videos that I share. But like I said, yes, they are related to my designs, but at the same time, I want people to look at them and say, I had a woman the other day comment, I think it was Kim, she commented, wow, if I had a couple $1 million, what I would do with them. And she was talking about like rehabbing all these multiple homes, and I'm sure beautifying them and just making them really beautiful and, you know, making them look, restoring them back to what they may have been 100 years ago. And I think for that moment, maybe Kim was inspired and felt, wow, you know, that's so cool, you know, to be seeing something from across, you know, 3,000 miles away, and that he's shooting these videos for us. And I think that a lot of people do that too. They share these videos. They share videos of, you know, the creeks or the lakes or their dogs running, or, you know, when it was snowing, people playing in the snow. Because we look at them and we're like, wow, man, remember when we were kids and we used to go sled riding or ice skating? Takes us back to our youth. And I think a lot of people now, as adults, we would like to go back to our youth. We would like to experience those things now. I won't deny that my youth was pretty good. I mean, yeah, I mean, I had my issues and my problems back then, and I'm dealing with them. I'm not going to say that they're all done and we're all over those things, but if we really think about the fortunate lives that we had as kids. I grew up in a place where, once again, I'll show you this. This is an open field, but imagine all this forest, and I'm talking about broadleaf forest, oaks and maples and birch, okay, and mountains like that, and creeks and lakes and ponds. That's what I grew up in, and I had free reign. Nobody said you can't go over there. I mean, they could, they did, but that never stopped any of us. We went. I rode my bike 12 miles from home, you know, when I was like, what, 13 or so? Walked 1 or 2 miles from the house when I was like 6 or so, 6 and 7. I was easily a mile away from the house. So we had a lot of free range. Got to swim in the creeks, build dams, climb trees, go fishing, play with BB guns, slingshots. I didn't have a motorcycle. I wish I had a motorcycle. I still wish I had a motorcycle. But my friends had motorcycles, and I think once or twice I got to ride a motorcycle, something like that. I think that's why I'm out here a little bit more at peace now than I was this morning, because I'm sitting under a tree. Now this rock is really killing my ass. Like, it's really fucking hurting. Oh my God. Oh, that hurts. But to be out in nature for a moment under this beautiful big mesquite tree, and trust me, it's like 90 degrees out today. So being in the shade is nice. So I'm going to walk for a little bit here, okay? You can see where I walked here. I'm about 1.5 miles from Mom's house. And by the time I get back to town, it'll be time to pick up the tamales. I'll pick up the tamales. If you're still listening to this video, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You know, it's been 1.5 years since I've really talked to anybody. I used to write more emails, not emails, but yeah, I did send out emails, blast emails to friends of mine. It's like journal writings and stuff like that. Hello. And I stopped doing that. I don't know. I think I started feeling kind of odd about writing stuff. And I also felt like I didn't want to get too personal anymore with people. And then sometimes I still don't want to get too personal with people, but I have to. We have to. I mean, I know this is really noisy, isn't it? So I'm going to cut this video out because the wind is probably annoying.